Hello and welcome, everyone. In today's explainer, we're going to tackle a problem that, well, I'm sure drives all of us a little crazy, and that is collaborating on spreadsheets. We'll show you how to do it the right way without all the usual chaos. So let's get started. Does this look familiar to you? You've got your final, then comes final version 2, and then, of course, final pre-as edits. It gets confusing, and it gets confusing fast. It is a headache that I think we have all experienced at some point. But what if I told you that the tools to stop all this madness are already built right into your spreadsheet software? The solution is actually much simpler than you might think. So here is our plan for today. First, we will look at the problem itself, what I like to call the spreadsheet chaos. Then I am going to show you how to properly share your sheet, how to track every single change, and how to review them easily. We will even cover how to merge different versions, and finally, we will wrap up with all the benefits of working this way. Okay, so let's get to the core of the problem. When you email a spreadsheet, what you're really doing is creating multiple separate copies of it. And that's exactly how data gets lost. It's how you end up confused about which one is the latest version. And it is how you waste so much time trying to figure out who changed what. It truly is a recipe for disaster. So the very first step to a better workflow is to stop emailing and start sharing. You see, when you enable the share mode, you allow everyone on your team to work on the exact same file all at the same time. And doing this is actually incredibly simple. In most programs, whether it's LibreOffice Calc or Excel, just look for the Tools menu, or maybe it's called the Review menu. From there, you just have to find an option that says Share Document or Share Workbook, and just check the box. That is all there is to it. Now, just one small thing to remember. When you share a spreadsheet, the software will turn off certain features. But don't worry, this is done on purpose. It's to prevent any conflicts when multiple people are editing the document. For example, you might find that you cannot merge cells anymore, or you can't apply conditional formatting or insert new pictures. Now, this is not a bug. Think of it as a safety measure to keep the data clean and make sure everyone's edits can be tracked perfectly. So once your sheet is shared, how do you see what everyone is actually doing? This is where another fantastic feature comes in, recording changes. When you turn this on, you can literally see every single edit your team members are making. So what does record changes actually do? Well, it automatically puts a special colored border around any cell that gets edited. You can usually find this option under the Edit menu, then go to Changes, and then Record. Think of it as a complete visual history of your entire document. But what if you don't want to change the data itself? What if you just want to ask a question about it? Well, that is exactly what comments are for. They let you have a conversation right there inside the spreadsheet, cell by cell, without accidentally messing up any of the numbers. All right, now we come to the most powerful part of this whole process. All these changes have been recorded, but how do you manage them? This is where you, as the owner or the editor of the sheet, really take control. You see, the software automatically organizes every single edit into a simple list, just like this one. It tells you exactly who made the change, when they made it, where in the sheet it is, and of course, what they did. You can even filter this list, for instance, to see only Priya's edits or only Rohan's. And for each and every one of those changes, you have two simple choices. You can accept it, which makes the change permanent, or you can reject it, which simply changes the cell back to how it was before. You are in complete control of the final document. Okay, but what happens if someone forgot to work on the shared file and, well, they made their edits on a separate copy? It happens. No problem at all. There are tools for that exact situation as well. You have two key tools here, merging and comparing, and it helps to think of it this way. Merging is for when you have different copies that all came from the same original file. It cleverly combines all the changes into one single master document. Comparing, on the other hand, can look at any two different files and will just highlight the differences for you, letting you pick and choose what to keep. So, why go through all of this? Because the benefits are huge. And honestly, once you start working this way, you will wonder how you ever managed without it. Let's just quickly break down the advantages. First, you get one single source of truth. No more guessing which file is the correct one. Second, you have full transparency with a clear history of who did what and when. Third, All that confusion over the latest version is completely gone. And finally, all of this leads to much smoother teamwork and far, far fewer errors. So the main takeaway is this. These powerful tools are not some expensive add-on. They're already part of the software you probably use every single day. The next time you start a team spreadsheet, I really encourage you to try them out. So, are you ready to finally make your team projects chaos-free?